guys, welcome back to my channel, Progressive Tarot. Today I'm doing a reading on Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He is the nephew of President John F. Kennedy. He is an environmental lawyer and best-selling author. I have watched him for several years do interviews on independent progressive media channels, and I have to say he is not afraid to speak truth to power. And I think it's very interesting that he announced that he is going to run in the Democratic national primaries for president. I am not going to ask at this time if he's going to win. I am going to reserve that reading if he wins the Democratic ticket. But I would like to know what his impact is going to be running in the primaries on the United States and on Americans. Show me the dominant energy of what RFK Jr.'s impact is going to be. Prepare, the buck moon. Bottom of the deck, the blood moon. Prepare, which means to make a plan, and we have karma, which means destiny. This is fate for him to run the Democratic national primaries. There is going to have to be a plan made here with him running. There is going to be no debates against Biden. What is RFK Jr.'s impact going to be on the American people, on the United States by running? So we have the moon. This is things hidden, secrets, 2 of swords, confusion, not knowing what decision to make, 10 of cups on the bottom of the deck. This is ultimate happiness and peace, and the 10 of pentacles on the bottom of the deck, prosperity. It remains to be seen what influence RFK Jr. is going to have. It's hidden right now. And then we have this confusion, not knowing what decision to make. 2 parties dominate the politics in this country, Democrats and Republicans. The other reason I did not ask if RFK Jr. can win is because I have been following situation in this country with elections. I was a Bernie Sanders supporter. I followed it very, very closely. If you were a Bernie Sanders supporter, you probably know that it is just about impossible to win against the DNC if you have true progressive policies and you truly are trying to make a difference and you are not trying to get into Congress, the White House, just seeking power and money. The Bernie Sanders supporters took the DNC to court. The lawyer for the DNC said that the DNC is a corporation and they have every right to make the decision who the Democratic presidential candidate will be against the Republican challenger. They can go, quote, into the back rooms, smoke cigars, and make their own decisions, regardless of what the American people have voted, who they have chosen. I think that it's just going to become more obvious to the American people that they don't know what the hell to do about the massive corruption in our government. There's going to be some good that's going to come out of this for RFK Jr. to run in the primaries. He is going to make a positive influence on the American people. He is going to inspire them. He's going to give people hope. He is going to educate people. What can we do to make this country a more just country? Show me the dominant energy of the moon. What is this moon card? There may be some kind of offering. With him running, more and more people in this country are going to be aware of him and his idea and his policies. And we have thoughts on the bottom of the deck. It's going to get people to think. He wants to try to close the divide with Americans in this country, with left and right, Republican, Democrat, whatnot, find common ground amongst Americans, and for us to stop fighting each other and to address the corruption in this country. And we have to start having real adult conversations about the state of politics in this country. Kind of own up to the fact that both parties are far more interested in taking bribes from the rich and from special interests and lobbyists. What is this 2 of Swords? Okay, message of concern. On the bottom of the deck, expectation. At some point, say, I've been getting threats, that I should step down from the primaries. And then expectation. A lot of people want him to win. Let me see the dominant energy of the 10 of Cups. Bad health. And then on the bottom of the deck is marriage, partnership. He was one of the biggest proponents to speak out against the vaccines. You know, he believed it did more damage than good. He talks about what a terrible state this country is in, the crumbling infrastructure, the never-ending wars, corruption, poisoned water. Give people a sort of peace of mind that they're not the only ones thinking about these things. There's a new partnership that's going to be, formed here, new relationship that RFK Jr. has with the American people. Most people would not be able to get, the kind of coverage in the corporate media that he's gotten, but they can't just ignore him. They'd like to, but they can't because of his family history. They do not want him to win, and they're going to do everything to demonize him and turn people against him. There's not going to be any Democratic debates against Biden. That's not an accident. They know that he's a populist candidate, and they do not want people seeing him, hearing his ideas. It is a gift that he's running to the American people to try to get them to think about the issues and the problem and to look at things differently. To look at things in a more positive light instead of this toxic way of thinking that we're fighting each other, when we should really be looking at the corruption and injustice in our own government. And the message of concern, because I don't think he's going to be afraid to talk about the election fraud and the voter suppression that they're going to pull against, the establishment is going to pull against him to try to stop him from winning. He's got a plan. And I do think he's going to build something very positive with the American people, regardless of whether he makes it to the presidential run or not. I hope he wins. But like I said, it is extremely difficult with voter suppression, with election fraud, percentages of the votes being able to be manipulated with the machines, with superdelegates. But I think it's positive that he's running. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of RFK Jr. running in the Democratic national primaries? Do you think he's going to win? How do you feel about his policies? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.